be supported without a pulse. And I think it shows tremendous promise.
Of a young boy, I thought then if my hand could keep this young boy alive, why can't we make a pump that would keep him alive?
Frazier came up with the absolute pure distilled essence of eureka when he said, cut out the whole heart and replace it with 2 turbines. Because of the mechanism that pumps like these use to propel the blood, the flow is continuous like in a garden hose. There's no heartbeat. And that's physiology that hasn't been seen in the last 500 million years of evolution. So we took the pumps, we went into the animal lab and started doing our experiments. And we would cut out the entire heart. We insert the inflows of the pumps. Amazingly, the next day, these animals wake up, they pee, they poop, and yet, if you listen to their chest with a stethoscope, you hear nothing. By all criteria that we conventionally use to analyze patients, they're dead. We did this in over 50 calves before even contemplating doing it in a human being. But we had no other options. This patient, Craig Lewis, was going to die in the next 12 to 24 hours. This is what we've got to do.
And hold the breathing. Stay on. All right, go back up to the lower leader.
The following day, he was completely stable.
Did you talk to him after he woke up?
Yeah. He was writing. He was working on his computer. I don't know. We've got some pictures of him.
What we've done is shown that human physiology can be supported without a pulse. And I think it shows tremendous promise.
I often think about what a wildly open territory online storytelling is given to play in. With something as free and easy to use as the internet, the possibilities to do what you could never get professional funding to even try are limitless. Creativity thrives here. We're able to interact with and make more incredible pieces of art, stories, and experiences than we'd even dreamed possible. And that very idea, the power to make what others had only dreamed was possible, is one of the core pillars of a recent viral anomaly I've been waiting for the chance to talk about. In April of this year, a video made fast rounds on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter that shocked, horrified, amazed, and even inspired thousands of viewers. Oscar, the modular body. As word of the video's content spread, those thousands of viewers grew in the 100,000s, pushing worldwide awareness to a scope of over 1 million and giving Oscar a major spotlight. But what is Oscar? I'll let his creator, Dr. Vlasman, explain.
We're looking at Oscar, the first human modular prototype that is able to live in various setups. Now, what's going to happen is that I'm going to connect the brain to the heart module to activate the blood circulation. Now, the lung is going to start breathing. You can see both organs are now collaborating. I can add a kidney module. And if I had a limb module, I start actuating the organism to move. Now it's looking for the optimal temperature, which is 37 degrees. If I had another limb, Oscar will recognize it and beneficiate from new possibilities.
That's right. This man just put together miniature pieces of an organic body based off of a human system that came to life when connected. Each organ lives within its own module, a transferable container that can be switched in and out of the connected set. But what purpose does this serve, and how is it even done? Dr. Vlasman's channel contains a highly informational, professionally produced video letting us know more.
The human body is a biological device, an outdated device. If diseased, there's usually one organ spreading the problem. The rest is working fine, but gets needlessly affected. Every day, millions of people suffer from dysfunctioning body parts because they get infected or decayed, simply because the human body is a closed system, not evolved to last. Already, quite some institutes are printing organs with human cells. They all focus on creating identical copies to use as spare parts. We want to use this opportunity not to maintain, but to redefine mankind. So this is a new kind of body, an open system printed with human cells in our own independent lab, a pocket-sized living prototype made with detachable modules. They're all connected to the brain. Bloodstream and nerve signals are transferred throughout the connectors, and simple junctions keep everything linked. If an organ gets ill, you can easily replace it with a new one. Or for example, if your body needs an extra arm, you can just upgrade the body with an extra limb module. Another great thing about this is, the modular body will become alterable and adaptable to all kinds of situations.
Amazing to witness that, wasn't it? And on multiple levels. Not just for the idea presented, but for the very production value. A professional narrator, animation, a highly detailed 3D model the likes of which you've only seen in commercials and educational films. This is very impressive work and a lot of effort to go through for what is, as you've probably guessed by now, an imaginary project. Despite looking shockingly organic and being presented in a format that does suggest legitimacy, and reaping hundreds of thousands of views from people who believed humanity had really just invented mass-produced organs, Oscar is actually nothing more than a bit of clever robotics and some CGI. The project was crafted by Dutch creator Floris Cake and a company called Lust Lab. Just one day after the upload of the videos, Floris held an interview with a website called The Creators Project talking about Oscar. He conceived the modular body after wanting to create a science fiction story about creating life in the lab. While researching, he came across loads of articles on popular science websites about developments in the field of biotech, particularly on growing organs and 3D printing with human cells. Usually, the headlines of those kind of articles presented as if it's already possible to create operational organs with currently available technology. If you start to read further, you'll discover that this field of research is still in a very early stage. It's not possible yet to print functioning, vascularized organs. Maybe in 30 to 40 years, but right now it's science fiction. I thought, why would we print an organ exactly in the same shape as the one we already have? Why wouldn't we use this opportunity to improve it? Or even more extreme, if we can print organs and body parts, why not completely redefine and redesign the human body? That's when I started approaching the current human body as a closed system. Difficult to repair or adapt. Maybe even obsolete. An open, modular system could become immortal and adaptable. Floris took this idea and ran with it, enlisting the help of Lust Lab to create a website and more than 50 videos revolving around Oscar as a concept, the development of this project by the scientists and doctors, the media published on their behalf to sell the idea to the world and medical community, and even the reactions of people worldwide, from television journalists to YouTube vloggers. The site presents a floating display of all the videos tied into the project, which you can click on and watch in any order you please. As you watch, you'll build a collection that can be viewed at any time, and a return to the full story page presents an actual story line, connecting the videos you watched in the order you viewed them. Just like with pieces of Oscar, it doesn't matter how you stack the separate parts. The videos are modules themselves, and you can fit them together in whichever order pleases you for the way you want to see this idea unfold in terms of theme and development. Heading to the About page makes it very clear to visitors that this is indeed online science fiction and provides details to give newcomers a stronger concept of what kind of alternate reality oddity they've just discovered. It would be easy for people to get confused judging solely on how viral the original video went. Flores expressed that a disclaimer about being a science fiction story had to go up everywhere Oscar was concerned because far too many people were convinced it was a real breakthrough. As far as alternate reality projects go, this one pulled off one hell of a trick, making what genuinely looks and acts like the organic device the fictional team has been developing. The videos under the Modular Body project aren't really meant to make so much a linear story as they are to present a broad display of ideas, many of them underlined by the reactions of others to the scientific breakthrough. Is Oscar alive? Is this ethical? What does it mean to be human? Can Oscar feel pain? Can it think? If we can build small-scale models like this, what's to stop us from building an entire person? Would it even be a person? The roundtable discussion goes on, sparking plenty of debate and questions the speakers never thought they might have to consider in their entire lives. I really loved this project the moment I found it back in April and wanted to share it with this community. I just didn't have an outlet until now. The modular body isn't like anything we're used to seeing, but it brings so much to the table for inspiration and, in general, showcasing what can be done with an outlandish idea in terms of creating art and telling a story, even if the format is wildly different and more modular than believed. We first catch a short list of systems that each have a status.
The first Apple Macintosh from 1988 is an example of a closed system. But in a modular system, independent parts and building blocks make
Boys and girls, what do you think of it so far? That's the idea. I gather from the singing that we've already more or less got the idea. The other thing is, I know that we're all City fans here tonight, and we're just 3 days away from giving those red bastards a fucking good idea. You can go and fight on my fucking behalf. Well, that's not the spirit of friendly rivalry we're trying to encourage. Now, I feel as if my whole life has been leading up to this point. Listen, I know that it's like we're all pro-city here this evening, but what we've got to bear in mind is that, believe it or not, although we started it and we've got more right than anybody else, there are people elsewhere in the country who don't like fucking United either. Like Liverpool, Leeds, not London, obviously. It is, so the whole theme of this is like anti-Manchester United. No, I know the City thing's brilliant, but we've got to bear in mind we're trying to reach out to those people who can't stand the fuckers either. Well, I'm painting a picture for you. Current state of convergence required for European Monetary Union from the University of Chorlton-on-Medlock. Will you please welcome the lovely Gaynor? Stand up if you hate Man U. Now, I know what the ladies are thinking, but I'm sorry, it's out of the question. No, because I've not been on my sunbed this week. The tube's broken. And in any case, on Friday, I'm in the final of the Arsene Wenger lookalike contest. I want to keep myself in trim for that. Now, we've already shown you, we're going to scale the heights of comedy this evening. I was introduced as the biggest blue there is. Well, I do my best, but I think we all agree that there's one blue who's bigger than anybody else. The biggest blue you could hope to meet. Will you please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Bernard Manning!
How lovely! Thank you very much indeed. James H. Reeves, thank you. We've been friends for years. Many, many years, James Reeves and I. Queer as knees friends. Hiya, James. Lovely to see you. Are you still fucking up burning bake-up? Oh. It's your own business, James. I won't tell anybody. Look at this scruffy cunt on the first row. Have you ever seen that? You make a good tramp if you smarten your fucking self up a bit. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart, without a love of mine. We're gonna fucking stop them on Saturday, you know that, don't you? It's been done before, it can be done again. It can be done again. In the George Best days, you remember him, George? I went to launch a ship with him the other week at Newcastle. He wouldn't let go of the fucking bottle. Nice lad though. He went in a pub, he said, 3 pints of Guinness. Week after fucking week, 3 pints of Guinness. The lad says, how's you don't only order fucking 1 pint at a time? He said, oh, my 2 brothers, he said, my 2 relations, he said, we always are in 3s, he said. One week he come in, he said, 2 pints of Guinness. He said, have you lost one of your brothers? He said, no, I've stopped fucking drinking, he said. Want to see Pavarotti last week? What a miserable cunt. He don't like you joining in, does he? England's getting beat 1-0. Some fucking captain that Beckham, isn't he? Hey, 1-0 they're getting beat. The Italians. Their flag should be a white cross on a white background. I knew a fella during the war earned a fucking fortune putting reverse lights on their tanks. What's he celebrating? No school in the morning, no, was he? I bet them's your first teeth, them, aren't they? You'd be a fucking last if you don't start laughing, you little twat. Fucking hell. He's not 3 stone wet through on fucking horseback, him. Hey, all right, son. Tell your mother to get some fucking meat in or something. Potatoes and meat. You not got the fucking big A, have you? You look fucking thin to me, you cunt. Hey, find out what glass he's fucking supping out of. Don't put it back behind the fucking bar. Life's wonderful, especially if you're City supporter. 2nd division, 1st division, come up, you see? Not like United, always winning fucking trophies and all that. What's the fucking good of that all the time? You must get sick of that, mustn't you? You must get fucking sick of that. Get it quiet, let's go for a drink somewhere. Well, that's how City supporters are. Up 1 week, down the next week. I've been down a few times, I'll fucking tell you that. I never fucking forget her. Some you never fucking forget. 69. Fucking hell, I said, I couldn't stand another fucking 68 of them. Fella went on Stars in Your Eyes as Glenn Miller. Walked through the mist and nobody's fucking seen him since. Little old woman walked in his chemist shop, she said, my old man, she said, he's not performing like he used to, she said. What's them new tablets? He said, Viagra. She said, are they any good? He said, they're fucking marvellous. I'd check them, he said. She said, can you get it over the counter? He said, only if I take fucking 4. Alex is looking very, very old these days. He's getting worried that Alex, you know. I think the bubbles burst at Old Trafford. His wife went to her doctor's the other day. She said, this Viagra, what's it all about? He said, well, there's 3 different strengths. 100%, 50% and 25%. She said, what's the difference? He said, well, 25%, it lifts it just a little bit. 50%, it lifts it half. 100%, pointing to the ceiling. She says, give us the 25% one. He said, that won't do you much good. She said, no, but it'll stop him pissing in his fucking slippers. Fellow won a United ball here the other night. We raffled it off. He won a United ball, yes. And he come back and said, the fucking goalkeeper's not signed it. I said, no, but he got his fucking fingers to it. How are you, son? You Japanese never fucking laughed, do you? We've not forgot Pearl Harbor, pal. Don't fucking worry about that. December the 7th, 1941, you fucking shithouses. Look at him, he can't wait to get home and build another fucking Datsun. You look a nice young fella. Come piss on this fucking job here. Fucking hell. Where you from, son? Where you live?
Crossing Road, Harker, eh?
And that's fucking living, is it? You know what, I'm gonna sponsor war on you later on. Fucking hell. Fucking size of him. He looks as though he's been in a famine and you look as though you fucking caused it. They're showing films on your fucking back, you know that? Oh, we used to eat mushrooms for 6 ton of fucking mushrooms, tomatoes and all. 6 ton of fucking bacon for his dinner and tater hash, fucking pea soup. The doctor said there's only one trouble with you. You've only got one fucking arsehole, he said. That's your problem. Where you from, this old fella here? Are you gonna... Uncle fucking Remus here. Uncle Fester. Them see-through wigs are very nice. Are they expensive? Fucking hell. If I had a head like that, I'd be circumcised. What's your job? What do you do?
I'm a painter.
A painter? What do you paint?
Anything.
Anything? You want to paint some fucking hairs on your head? Paint some rabbits on, they look like fucking hairs from a distance. Hitler started as a painter, you want to fucking watch it? He wound up, he did. Take any photographs, son, go on, take it if you like. You're the city support, I can see that, true blue there. You okay? Have you took it? He didn't flash. It's one of them fucking kid you ones, isn't it? Are you taking the piss, you little cunt? Having me smiling for fuck all. The finest thing ever seen in my life, Dennis Law, on television, putting United in the second division with that. Oh, his fucking face, eh? Oh, I'd sooner have all my fucking teeth out than watch that again. Anyway, life's wonderful. Life is wonderful, that's what it's all about. Enjoying yourself. 2 girls on the cash out at the supermarket. One says, you can always tell the married fellas from the single fellas. He said, how do you do that? He said, what's this? A fella come up, he said, 1 mushroom, 1 egg, 1 tomato, 1 slice of bacon and 1 tin of beans. He said, you're a single fella, you aren't you? He said, how do you know that? She said, you're a right ugly cunt. There's a ticket tart outside Old Trafford. And a fellow went up, he said, how much are the tickets? He says, 100 quid a piece. £100, he said. I can get a woman for that. He said, I know, but you won't get 45 minutes each way in a band at half time. Well, Yorkshire couple on holidays in Spain. First day there, she says, George, we forgot the Bisto. He says, have we? She says, aye. She said, well, I think that couple across the road, I think they're English, she said. Knock and see if they've any Bisto. And he went over. Fella comes to the door, he says, asked any Bisto? He said, fuck off, you Spanish cunt. Hurry up, your fucking head's shining in my eyes here. Like a moving spotlight, that. You want to get that weight off, you fat twat? I'm telling you, it's fucking hanging. I used to be fat like that, fucking hell. It's only willpower. If I can do it, anybody fucking can. Bit of willpower. Up in the morning, punch the bag about, then she gets up, makes a cup of tea. If you like a smoke, have a smoke. If you like a drink, have a drink. If you like chips, have chips. If you like bread, have bread. Take no fucking notice, these specialists. They'll have you in bed for 7 o'clock. Drink and drive if you want. There's nothing worse than having a smash if you're fucking stone cold sober. The copper says, all the back end's hanging off. He says, I don't give a fuck what's happening. But when the police pull you up, you know, they must caution you. Remember that. They've got to caution you. They'll say to you, you're not obliged to say anything, but anything you do say will be taken down and used in evidence. Your next sentence must be, Please don't hit me again, officer. And if you're fucking black, again and again and again, officer. They knock fuck out of them blacks, you know, don't they? They think they're English because they're born here. That means if a dog's born in a stable, it's a fucking horse, is it? I've never heard such fucking nonsense. I was in Bradford last week, I felt like a fucking spot in a domino last week. Fucking hell, you want to see it there? Down 999, you get the Bengal Lancers in Bradford. A white man got on a bus in Bradford, they all went off, thought it was a ghost. There's a fella going round Bradford taking pot shots at Sikhs, and the police have nicknamed him the fucking Terminator. I'd love to see you on the fucking job, I'll tell you that. That can't be a pretty fucking sight, that. Hey, with a W on each arse going, wow. Wow. That's what it's all about. And enjoy life. Fuck United.